long have you been a dustman for?
I've been, not with Worthing, but I've been a dustman for 16 years, and I love the job, and I think we should be paid in the same rate of inflation.
And how has your experience been on the job? How would you describe the day-to-day toils of being a dustman?
Well, I mean, it's not an easy job. For me, I'm going to get all romantic with you now. For me, it's so much more than just collecting rubbish. For me, being a dustman is about being part of the community that you're looking after, and looking after the residents. And I don't know, some of the residents, you might be the only person they'll see for 2 weeks at a time. It's an important job that I very much enjoy, like I said, and it would be nice to be sort of with the workforce on the ground. It's great, like the guys are lovely, but then obviously as soon as you get up to sort of higher management, they don't always necessarily respect or appreciate what you're doing. It's almost like, oh, it's just them, the dustmen, they'll crack on with it. Also, I think, sorry, I'm just rambling now, also I think during the pandemic, we had people coming out and telling us how important we are and what a great job we're doing, and we kind of realised our worth and was like, yeah, we are worth more. We are key workers. So, and it's just good to see that everyone realising their worth and doing something about it. Because not everyone has the opportunity to. So, if you look at P&O, they all got, what happened to them recently is disgusting. So, and we're lucky to have a trade union that supports us. And we found that with the GMB rather than with Unison, because they weren't supporting us. So, yeah.
Brilliant. And with regards to that, actually, with like discovering your worth during the pandemic, what were the conditions like during then? Was it were you here before that? And
I was working in Brighton during the pandemic.
Okay.
But I feel like in most councils, obviously everywhere, no one really knew what it was or how to deal with it. So it kind of took a while to get safe working practices in place in Brighton. But like I say, I wasn't here then, so I'm not sure how it worked here. But probably not so great. I think sort of crews were getting switched around rather than working with the same people all the time. And, yeah.
And what is it that you'd say would be an acceptable kind of deal for you to get this strike broken and ended?
First of all, we want our union to be recognised so that they can negotiate on our behalf. And I feel like I don't feel like that's such a big thing. We've obviously chosen who we want to represent us, so I don't see why that's such a big problem for them. Also, I'd like them to stop spreading misinformation about us during the strike, which they seem to be doing. And obviously a fair pay rise in line with current inflation rates. And all of us to receive the same pay rise, rather than trying to divide and conquer us with different pockets of the workforce to try and make us look bad or try and pitch us against each other to try and break our solidarity, because that's not going to happen. It's all or nothing. Like, you look after us all or we're still standing here.
Fantastic. And with regards to the claims you were saying of misinformation, what ones in particular do you think are like the most egregious?
So, like the deal they said Unison have offered us, the 1.75% pay rise is actually the national pay rise from last year. They're trying to lump that into the deal, but that's already been sorted out for us. Like, there's nothing to do with them. And the second thing is the driver supplement of £2,700. They're making it seem like that's come from them, when that's come from government to all local, I think to all local authority drivers, because to sort of boost up their money during the pandemic. So that's not part of the deal that they've negotiated. That's still something that's happening regardless, which could also be taken away at any time. Yeah, it's just things like that they're trying to. I know they're trying to make us look bad in the public's eyes, because it's part of their tactics. But it's not going to deter us, because we know we're worth.
And do you have any closing statements, things that you think the public should know with regards to the strike, anything you'd like to say?
All of us here, we're not doing it to annoy the public. We all like our jobs and we all want to do our jobs, and we want to do our jobs well. But if some of the guys here are choosing between heating and food, and that's not right. We're all employed. It's not like we're not working. We want to work. We want to be paid a fair wage for it.